Greg, just really quick. We already did evaluate Jarrett the Javelin in New England. That's why we let him go with you, Josh McDaniels, to Las Vegas. So keep evaluating, but your reaction?
I think we've seen the last of Derek Carr in Oakland
Vegas.
in the Vegas
And
Raider
Oakland,
uniform. Yeah, in Oakland as well. Look, man, he did not get it done. And we talked about this yesterday with spots for Tom Brady to be welcomed. That is one of the positions. But to go to Jarrett Stidham, that says a lot. A guy who's completed just over half of his passes. You know him.
Well, I had a little flirtatious episode with
Here's the
Jarrett
thing.
Stidham.
You did.
Can we,
Post-Tom
Greg,
Brady.
Greg,
Rough.
can we cut Wild some slack here just for a moment? We all have our strengths and weaknesses as people and broadcasters. Wild is building quite the resume of America's worst quarterback predictor.
Well.
So won't call Justin Herbert good, love Jarrett Stidham, defends Mac Jones. There's just, this is, again, again, strengths and weaknesses, so let's not pick on him when, one of you. But hey, the Javelin is starting now, so maybe this will be a take that comes back from the dead. But go ahead, Greg, sorry about that.
Yeah, when I look at this situation, I'm not really shocked because he hasn't been performing. He hasn't lived up to the bill. You have all this talent around you. You made the playoffs last year. You squeaked in, whatever. And to have this pressure on you, new coach, you bring in your guy, Davante Adams. He's playing great, but you haven't done anything but be better than Russell Wilson in that division?
Yeah.
Like, that's a problem.
To me, you knew it was over for Derek Carr. I know it was weird because they gave him a contract extension after last year, but as we're about to see when they release him here in a few weeks, was a fake contract extension. But I knew it was over for Derek Carr when at the end of that playoff game, this is an opportunity. You guys shouldn't have been in the playoffs. You got there. It's the season from hell. You've overcome it. Mm-hmm. You're playing the Bengals. You're down a score. You're at the 10, and if you remember, they didn't throw a single pass into the end zone. They had 4 plays. Yeah. Not one of them could have been a touchdown. Forget that they didn't succeed. They were all short. It was too careful. It was too cautious. And then you lose a game against the Steelers where you score a 70-yard touchdown opening drive touchdown to start the game, and then the rest of the game you do nothing. And so I get why the Raiders are doing this. For the cap mechanics of it are very simple. His money is non-guaranteed except for $5 million unless he's injured. Right now he's healthy. So they are going to, I would assume, try to trade him this offseason, but he has a no-trade clause. So he can just say, I don't accept it. You don't want to guarantee me my money, outright release me. Then he gets to go find someone that will be happy to have Derek Carr because he's fine. He's not great, he's fine. Mm-hmm. And so that's why they're benching him. But you know what part of my reaction to this was? The AFC West better be very careful, or else they're going to get on that same damn treadmill the AFC East did. Since Mahomes started, the AFC West has had 6 head coaches fired, and Derek Carr is going to be, or Stidham's going to be the 11th different starting quarterback for those 3 other teams. They are all, and Derek Carr's not terrible. I understand he has 14 picks. He's fine. He is, to me, the definition of an average quarterback. Good is maybe a bit strong.
Someone has to be in the middle.
Yeah, exactly right. That's my point is, I think if we're ranking the 30 starting quarterbacks, he is at best 12th and at worst 18th and probably right in the middle. And I think the Raiders looked around and said, doggone it, that's not going to be good enough. And so now
So what's the plan? You're going to find somebody better than Patrick
Mahomes? Maybe you draft somebody. Maybe Greg's right about Tom Brady and Josh McDaniels.
So that solves your problems for 1 year if you get Tom Brady. And if you don't get Tom Brady, who do you get?
But again, it gives you some time. Like, they have a roster where they can compete now. But you made up a good point. When we look at Derek Carr, like any fan who's probably been a Raider fan has seen this out of Derek Carr, but if you don't watch the Raiders, you don't see how cautious he plays. Like Davante Adams, friend or no friend. I mean, like we saw the frustration for him to go games where the first half he didn't even get targeted.
But that's not Derek Carr's fault. That's Josh McDaniels' fault. Draw something up for different.
No, don't give me that. Don't give me that because you snap the ball, you drop back, you go through progressions. If I look to my left and I see a matchup situation that I like, and it's Davante Adams. I don't care what the play is.
It's
You
his
give him
best
an
friend
opportunity to
from
win.
Fresno State and his gosh darn neighbor.
Because I tell kids this all the time. Don't become a robot. Derek Carr is a robot playing quarterback. Nothing we see out of Derek Carr is freelance, off script. Nothing. It's all 1, 2, 3. Okay, I got that guy. I don't have that guy. I'm either going to try
Which
to
is
run.
why leading the league in picks is so unforgivable for him.
Man, you
because you're
can't
not
do
getting
that.
any of the improvisational wow stuff. And now all of a sudden he's super cautious, yet still has the most picks in the league. It's bad.
Briefly, because Hobbs, our Raiders fan producer, wants us to get off the bad news Raiders topic.
Okay.
But do you think there's a domino to fall with Devontae? Because I thought the only reason he was going there, the only reason he left Aaron Rodgers was to team up with this Fresno State Magic, and I know we joked around, but they did our neighbors, they're close friends, and now you're going to jettison Derek Carr. Does Devontae Adams have any, I don't know,
You could
any
demand
leverage?
out. You could demand out.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to demand out. I mean, he's making good money. He's in a really good situation minus the quarterback.
Well,
but if
kind of.
But
In a
if you,
good
like I
situation,
said,
scuba diving without
if
life
you bring Devontae in the upstairs and say, "Hey, Devontae, look, this is what we're thinking about trying to do. We're going to try to go get Tom Brady. I know this season. I know your relationship.
It doesn't work.
Look, hey, but you think he would be like, nope, I want out.
Well, Greg, if I brought a movie script to you, it's like, hey, here's my script, and we're going to try to get Leonardo DiCaprio.
But
I think the response should be like, what if we don't? Like, well,
Okay,
then
well,
it's
if they
like
don't,
my buddy.
I think that's what Greg's
Jarrett,
saying.
Jarrett Stidham.
I think that's what Greg's
But the
saying
fact
is
that
that
they
if
would
they
try.
don't, and if they don't, then they address the Devontae situation.
Correct.
If they're going to draft a quarterback and reboot the whole thing, then maybe they try to get assets for Devontae. If they're going to try to win right now with Tom Brady, see what they do, then I think Devontae would be fine. I also think that Devontae and Derek Carr, I know, are close friends. Also, being young and rich in Vegas is fun, and he's still getting his numbers. And he's got his money, and Vegas is not Green Bay. I'm not certain Devontae Adams is devastated about the fact that Derek Carr's moving on. We'll find out. He'll say something. Maybe he'll tell the guy who works at the Taco Bell in his house. I don't know. But we'll find out from somebody about what's going on. But I think he'll be a Raider next year.
Well, he has Taco Bell in his house.
You don't watch the commercials?
Clearly he does.
Yeah, come on, Wilds.
I'm sorry.
Keep up.
Well, I can't tell what's going on. With you, I don't know. Fact from fiction. Joe Burrow won AFC Player of the Week, even though the Patriots shut him down in the second half and deserved to win that game. Maybe that's the reason the Bills are favored in Cincinnati. Nick, does Buffalo deserve to be the favorites here?
No, of course not. But this is just another money-making opportunity, America.
Oh.
The Bills this year against the spread are 7-8. The Bengals are 12-3. All year long, Vegas has disrespected the defending AFC champions and way over-respected the defending AFC East champions. Yeah, good job, Buffalo. And so, no, they should not be. The Bills should not be favored in Cincinnati. That's a ridiculous line. They are not the better team. They are not the healthier team. They don't have the better quarterback. So, yeah, no, the Bills do not deserve to be favorites. And the Bills, come Tuesday morning, are going to be the AFC's 3 seed. The 1 seed right now, they lose that game, though. They all of a sudden have the same record as Cincinnati, and Cincinnati obviously will have won the head-to-head, and they'll be the 3 seed probably staring at a game against the Ravens in round 1. And so, no, I don't think they deserve to be favored.
I'm with you. I don't think they do deserve to be favorites. And yes, I know I'm a Bills
You're the
supporter.
Bills guy, Bills Mafia.
I
Up
am
the tables.
Bills Mafia all the way. However, I love what the Bengals are doing. This is a team that is 5-1 at home. Their only loss at home came week 1. When Burrow threw 40 interceptions.
Yeah.
He got sacked 40 times by the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then they haven't lost at home. 7 games, they've won 7 games in a row. This team is hot, and you tell me that the Bills coming in without a Von Miller,
Probably no Mitch Morse.
I want to lean into this just quickly. Josh Allen not playing superb like he was at the front half of the season.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, I don't.
Playing superb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see how they're a favorite, especially against this Bengals team that is probably one of the best teams in the AFC.
Yeah, listen, the variance in this game, Wilds, if the Bills win, they're overwhelmingly likely to be the 1 seed. And the Bengals could all of a sudden be the wild card in the AFC because they might not win the division. If the Bengals win, they're alive for the 1 seed. The Bills drop to the 3 line, and the Bengals basically lock up their division. You rarely get a game that can have this much variation to the standings this late in the year. It's huge.
Let's go Bills, so you can rest Josh Allen against the Patriots.
Okay.
I'm going to jump through this table. Break.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.